Right now, another update on power outages after the storms on Tuesday. How many lost power? How many are still in the dark after some tireless work by utility repair crews?
And it's quiet now out here on the patio, but 2 lines of thunderstorms on Friday, prompting alert day conditions.
And an update on the future of 2 West Side apartment complexes built to help those facing homelessness before falling into uncertainty. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Thanks for staying with us. We take a live look at the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Quiet and calm today. Beautiful out there right now. But once again, a heads up, it'll be pretty different 24 hours from now. An alert day in the forecast for tomorrow evening. More storms, if you can believe it. And we have team coverage tonight. As much of the area is still reeling from the damage from the storms earlier in the week, Maddie Heimsch is live in one neighborhood that is still struggling with power outages from the last storm. But first, with a look at what's ahead weather-wise and what we should be expecting in this next system tomorrow. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. He's on the weather patio. Alex.
Eric, again, we've said this a couple times to you. These days before the alert day, you just would never think that severe weather is on the way. It's gorgeous out here in the patio. A little warm for a suit jacket, but that's okay. Let's get to the graphics. What are we up against on Friday? 2 lines of thunderstorms, both potentially severe. Wind would be the threat in the morning, and then perhaps isolated tornadoes on Friday evening, provided that we can warm on up. This is for all of southern Wisconsin, from Juneau and Adams counties clear south to the Wisconsin-Illinois border. Again, the good stuff. We did make that forecasted high temperature today of 78 degrees. Dew point's low. It's dry, meaning it's nice and warm out there and sunny at this point in time. But that humidity is going to be increasing on Friday, providing fuel for those thunderstorms. 78 Madison, 78 Middleton, zooming on out. A little cooler to the north up towards Marquette and Green Lake counties near 70. Tiny little shower up towards the north. But the shower and storm chances will be on the increase as we carry on into your Friday. Here's line number 1. Coming on in across the area. Look at that. Almost a bow wacko type shape. That would be strong winds with that line of storms. Kelly and Savannah will be here. Provided we warm up and heat up behind that first line, then there's that second line right at about this time tomorrow night. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to be breaking down the hazards across southern Wisconsin that you can expect from both of these lines of storms.
All right, Alex, thank you. Now, Tuesday's storms affected more than 46,000 Madison Gas and Electric customers at the peak, but crews, they've been at work, and they've been able to bring that number down to about 5,000. Our Maddie Heimsch is live in one neighborhood on the southwest side, still struggling with these outages. Maddie?
Eric, I'm right off the Beltline and Seminole Highway, where it's anyone's guess which neighbors have power and which don't. Crews have been out here all day doing cleanup and electrical work, trying to get the whole neighborhood back up by this weekend.
It's like camping, you know. I just finished breakfast on the grill in the back.
Tom Potter is one of the unlucky neighbors who has been without electricity for 2 days. But he doesn't feel too unfortunate.
The neighbors over here had a lot more tree damage than we did. We had small branches, leaves. I guess he took the hit for us because we didn't have a lot of heavy damage here.
Potter said he and his wife sheltered in their basement Tuesday night, and when they came up, he brought some of his camping equipment with him.
You know, it's been fine, mainly due to the outdoor temps. You know, we haven't needed heating. We haven't needed cooling.
But another neighbor had a lot more than a couple of flashlights.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. I made the switch to an EV here last year or the year before. And I've got a little bit of power available through there to run the fridge and a couple little appliances. So, you know, not totally uncomfortable, but, you know, eager to take a hot shower. And
One common sentiment around the neighborhood is concern about the timing of the power being restored.
Supposedly storms tomorrow, so if they don't get it done today, who knows what'll happen from there.
a few poles behind here actually are totally split, and it seems like might be a while before we get a crew in.
In the case of another outage in the coming days, Madison Gas and Electric is asking customers to be prepared with food, water, and medical necessities. We'll continue to follow those conditions throughout the weekend. For now, reporting live in Madison, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
All right, Maddie, as we continue to report, MG&E customers aren't alone in these current outages. This is a look at the Alliant Energy power outage map. Although the amount has decreased, there are still more than 400 residents in Dane County without power, and that makes up the majority of the roughly 500 outages still being reported by Alliant in Wisconsin. As cleanup efforts continue after the storms on Tuesday, the DNR urging visitors to state park properties to be cautious in the coming days. There are a couple of things to be on the lookout for. Some hiking and biking trails might be blocked or temporarily unavailable available until the debris can be completely cleared. The DNR urging if you come across broken or down trees or down power lines or other significant damage to contact the local property office. Do not attempt to cross or climb over any down power lines. Keep your distance. Avoid touching any conductive materials such as metal or water near such down lines. And for this upcoming alert day and any in the future, make sure you stay up to date on the weather by downloading our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has your hourly forecast, the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. You simply search WISC weather. New tonight at 5, a 19-year prison sentence has been handed down for the former Janesville Craig coach accused of secretly recording students. 39-year-old Brian Kitzman was found guilty on 19 counts in all. Kitzman was an assistant cross-country and track and field coach at Craig High School. He was arrested in May of 2023 after a recording device was found in a girls' locker room. According to police, Kitzman confessed to recording at least 18 students over a 2-year period. His sentence will be followed by 19 years extended supervision, and after that, he will be on the state sex offender registry for 15 years. Also new tonight at 5 in Rock County, the suspect who stabbed a person before being shot and killed by a Beloit officer has now been identified. The Rock County Medical Examiner identifying 54-year-old Gregory Tracy of South Beloit, Illinois as the man who died in the incident May 16th. Now, this happened near the 2000 block of Frederick Street in Beloit. Officers arrived to find a woman who had been stabbed. Investigators say a person was seen armed with an edged weapon, making threats to harm another person believed to be in the home. One officer tried to use a less lethal option to stop the suspect, but was unsuccessful. A second officer then shot the suspect. After months of uncertainty, 2 Madison housing complexes designed to house people at risk of homelessness have a buyer. The Common Council voted this week to approve the sale of the Tree Lane and the Rethke Terrace apartments to community development company Sinair. Our Braden Ross joins us now to break down this deal and how we got here. Braden?
Yeah, representatives from both the city and Sinair are excited about this deal, hoping it can be a fresh start for these complexes while still holding on to the goals they had when they first opened. That was back in 2016 when the Rethke Terrace apartments first opened for single residents as Madison's first apartment complex to take a housing first approach. Tree Lane followed 2 years later, designed to serve families at risk of homelessness. After years of issues at both complexes, the original owners gave up the properties. A Dane County judge handed them over to a third party to find a replacement to run them. By December, the court-designated receiver asked permission to put the buildings on the market after he couldn't find someone to take them on. Tenants were notified they'd have to be out by spring. That brings us to the pending sale to Sinair, a Michigan-based company with offices here in Madison.
I think it feels like a fresh start. I think one of the things we're talking about is renaming the development and setting a fresh tone. I think most importantly with the residents themselves, so they know, when they're entering our community, that they'll be supportive and that there'll be people there who care about them and want to have them be successful.
Now, there are only a handful of residents still living at the properties. Sinair says they're willing to let them stay as long as they're in good standing with their leases. Now, the Dane County Board will vote on this sale tonight. Sinair hopes they can have the sale finalized by the end of the month.
All right, Braden, thank you. Next tonight at 5. Candidates for state senator are starting to turn in their nomination papers ahead of this fall's elections. That includes Sarah Kieski, a Democrat running for the Senate seat that includes Richland Center to the west, Portage to the east. Her campaign tells us she now has enough signatures to be on the ballot. She'll face incumbent Republican Joan Ballweg this fall. Ballweg has to move into the new district after the lines were redrawn this year. Governor Tony Evers announcing today that charging electric vehicles could become a little easier in Wisconsin. Federal infrastructure dollars will be used to build 53 new fast charging stations across Wisconsin. That includes a handful of locations right here in our viewing area, including off Highway 51 in DeForest, Highway 14 in Janesville, and locations in Portage, Baraboo, and Mount Horeb. The state DOT will evaluate the possibility of putting EV chargers in other locations with the remaining federal money. Meanwhile, Volkswagen voluntarily recalling nearly 80,000 of its ID4 electric sport utility vehicles. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it's over a display issue. They say it's a software malfunction that causes the instrument panel to sporadically reset or not boot up at all. It says as a result, the panel might not display speed or the rear view camera, which increases the risk of a crash. Model years affected here are 2021 to 2023. So far, no injuries have been reported related to this issue. The automaker will start notifying owners about the recall by mail, and that'll begin in mid-July. Dealerships will update the software at no cost. Flight training will continue tonight for pilots with the Wisconsin Air National Guard. Fighter jets will take off from Truax Field on the city's east side between 8 and 11 p.m. tonight. Part of the required nighttime training for the 115th Fighter Wing. National Guard says it'll use flight paths that minimize noise for residents on Madison's east side. Similar trainings were conducted last night. A lot of awards were given out to some exceptional Madisonians today at the Dane County Sheriff's Office annual awards ceremony. These awards were dedicated to those who have stepped up in the last year, including both law enforcement, but also members of the Dane County community. Andrew Stoughton helped the sheriff's deputy perform CPR on a passenger who had been in a car crash and was just one of the many who were recognized.
But really, it's helping out the community. You know, whenever anyone can help out the community and do something that makes it a better place or can help someone that's in a spot of need, whether it's in an emergency setting like it was in my case, or just in an any day setting that makes their day a little easier, it's always important to feel that kind of sort of accomplishment.
The recipients were nominated throughout the year and voted on by a committee of their peers. The Black Girl Magic Conference returned to Madison College's Truax campus for its 7th year today. Over 650 girls gathered together to learn from adult speakers and breakout rooms. Since 2018, this event has aimed to empower and inspire young black girls throughout southern Wisconsin. The founder of the event says through networking opportunities and workshops, the young women are able to develop their leadership skills. She added that this all happens in a safe and affirming community where the girls can be authentically themselves.
This year we have girls from Sauk County and Wanakee, and Beloit. They come much farther, but to really just see each other every year, to come together, to learn, and to celebrate each other and love on each other is really special.
The founder of the event said the highlight of this year's conference was keynote speaker Kay Love, a touring poet, speaker, and author. Well, if you're traveling for the holiday weekend, next at 5, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is back. He's got a complete look at your weekend forecast, and forecasters are out with their hurricane outlook for the 2024 season. How many they're expecting, that's just ahead. And it was a crushing day for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, plummeting 606 points. The NASDAQ falls 65.5, S&P 500 down 39, and we'll be right back.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All you can eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. So get your summer started off right with amazing Memorial Day savings throughout the store. Like these 50-foot Woods extension cords, just $12.99. This new Charbroil gas grill, only $189.99. Assorted Milk-Bone, canine carryouts, and pepperoni dog treats as low as $4.99. And this Friday through Sunday, we're offering all veterans and active military an extra 10% off their entire purchase. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3-to-1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
Baraboo Furniture and Mattress is now open with an acre of quality furniture in our beautiful new showroom. We're celebrating with a huge store-wide Memorial Day sale. Save up to 60% on many items store-wide. Over $1 million of quality name brands on display, including Flex Steel, Best, England, Spring Air, Amish Furniture, and much more. All on sale. Get special 24-month free financing. All credit welcome. Hurry in today to the huge store-wide Memorial Day sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress.
Think Sloan's first.
You know, the big thing about Sloan's is the ease of doing business. They make everything simple. We choose Sloan's and John Deere because we have availability of equipment, quality service, quality parts, and they have the ability to keep us up and running.
The Green Tag Sales Event is on now at Sloan Implements. Get your John Deere 835R Gator with 3.9% for 84 months. That's just $339 per month.
Power up with Sloan's. Think Sloan's first.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Introducing the new Sushi Lover Madison. All you can eat sushi and hibachi at an amazing price. Now open at Westtown Mall for lunch or dinner. Be sure to try Sushi Lover Madison.
Tonight at 6, I'm talking about the right set of ingredients for severe thunderstorms for Alert Day Friday.
Then we continue our coverage of the Tree Lane apartment complexes who've now found a buyer. What will happen to those residents? That's tonight at 6.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5, moving forward.
Looking ahead now at 5, hurricane season in the Atlantic begins June 1st, and according to the new outlook from NOAA, it could be a bad one. Ivan Rodriguez reports from Atlanta to break down just what we can expect in the months ahead and how you can be prepared.
People who live along the east and Gulf Coast should brace themselves. The 2024 Atlantic Hurricane Outlook released by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Thursday is one for the record books.
The forecast for named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes is the highest NOAA has ever issued for the May outlook.
Between 17 and 25 storms are forecasted to form between June 1st and November 30th. Of those storms, 8 to 13 could become hurricanes, 4 to 7 of which could strengthen into major hurricanes Category 3 or greater.
There's an 85% chance of an above normal season.
Sea surface temperatures are at record warm levels, and experts expect current El Nino conditions to transition to La Nina, creating a dynamic strongly conducive to tropical cyclone activity and setting the stage for storms to rapidly intensify.
Every Category 5 storm that made landfall in the United States in the last 100 years, ready, is a tropical storm or less 3 days prior. The big ones are fast.
The ominous forecast comes as much of the South has already been inundated by heavy rain in recent weeks, particularly along the Gulf Coast. Experts warn the tropical trouble, coupled with saturated soil, poses the threat of extreme flooding, even well inland.
Hurricanes impact far beyond the coast. Be aware and prepared no matter where you live.
And after the storm has passed, I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Well, meanwhile in Iowa, Governor Kim Reynolds got a first-hand view of the devastation left in parts of her state this week, as Reynolds and dozens of first responders got a view of the wreckage in Greenfield, Iowa. Statewide, the National Weather Service confirmed 3 tornadoes ripped through Iowa, leaving damage in 32 counties. 5 people are now confirmed dead, injuring at least 36. 200 homes there were destroyed.
I just kept saying, oh my gosh, you couldn't even see the homes yesterday. So still pretty devastating, and just really, really appreciate the administrator being on the ground and seeing firsthand what's taken place in Iowa.
Officials estimate that the Greenfield twister was an EF3 and the deadliest of 2024 so far. Iowa's governor has asked the White House to get a federal disaster declaration to help her state recover. A look now at our first warned forecast. Here is once again Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Thanks, Eric. With that active weather pattern that we were talking about with the hurricane package just a few moments ago, as we transition towards a La Nina weather pattern, La Nina weather patterns have a tendency to make our severe weather season on the increase side too, as we transition out of El Nino to La Nina. That could be having an impact on why our weather is so active lately here in southern Wisconsin. Not very active across southern Wisconsin, although there are a couple lone showers with a clap or two of thunder just north and west of Montello up towards Marquette and Green Lake counties. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, high and dry. Those showers should dwindle very quickly this evening, but we have more storms in the forecast. Alert Day Friday is part of the 3 things you need to know. Sunday could be an entire washout on our Memorial Day weekend. Still a couple showers on Memorial Day, but the good news is I think we'll have a little bit of dry time on Monday as well. Let's do the nice stuff first here. 78, calm conditions in Madison. Gorgeous evening to get outside, go for a walk, go for a run, take the dog out, take dinner outside, grill out. 79 in Oregon, 78 to the northwest on the other side of the Wisconsin River Valley in Sauk City, and we've got upper 70s to lower 80s across all of southern Wisconsin. Just a little cooler up towards the north, towards Marquette and Green Lake County, where they have those few showers. Now here's the not such great stuff. Yes, an alert day again for Friday. Looking for an increased threat for severe weather, potentially 2 lines of thunderstorms on alert day Friday. The first one for wind, and the second one could have a few tornadoes. Slight risk of severe weather has been expanded to include almost all of southern Wisconsin, even to the north. Juneau, Adams, Marquette, Green Lake counties, a marginal risk of severe weather. for isolated severe storms on Friday. The risk for tornadoes is there from Lone Rock to the Dells to Madison to Watertown and points to the south. This is a more of a moderate risk for tornadoes. Not as high as what we saw just on Tuesday, but nonetheless a risk for tornadoes Friday evening. Coming up at 6, so I'm going to talk about a couple of limiting factors that may keep the severe weather threat, that second bout, at bay. But still the threat for strong damaging winds on Friday. The risk for hail is probably the lowest out of all three. So the tornado risk is the highest, then the wind risk, and then the hail risk would be the least on Friday, provided all those ingredients come together. Line number 1 has that wind risk, and as it moves into southern Wisconsin, it takes on that classic bow shape. That bow shape is usually associated with strong winds. Savannah and Kelly will be here tomorrow morning for that line number 1. Line number 2 is all contingent on if we get warm enough, and if we get warm enough, then we could be looking at all severe weather hazards as that line sweeps through quickly Friday evening. I will be here, meteorologist Blaze Keller and Buddy Reeves will be here tomorrow night. Then that Sunday, in our next set of rain chances over the next 7 days, I'll get out of the way here. Sundays could be that washout, so Saturday's the better of the 2 days this weekend, with Sunday being cool, breezy with showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms. Memorial Day Monday, cool, but the shower chance will be a little bit less. Should be looking at some dry time on Monday. Traffic, all right, looks like we do have an incident at the 1239 Exchange eastbound, so that's why the speeds are much lower as you go east on the Beltline this evening. Down in Janesville, our speed clip here at 70 miles per hour. That's what you would expect. So things going well in Janesville, and things are going well up towards the Wisconsin Dells. Eric, a great night for a drive, but tomorrow night the drive could be hindered with thunderstorms across the area.
We will enjoy the present. Alex, thank you. Next at 5, one boy's medical journey through a groundbreaking gene therapy procedure to restore his vision. The story just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Colored wood mulch is just $1.97. These Dawson retaining wall blocks are only 99 cents each. 10-inch hanging baskets are just $6.99. And this colonial casing is only $1.99. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals, plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit.
And we're experts in all of it, so no matter why you run, your best race starts here.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
Righty, Chip. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. An 11-year-old boy from Michigan makes medical history. He had a cutting-edge treatment to restore his vision. Kelly Vaughn has more.
Yes, Jacob is our little science experiment. Yeah.
11-year-old Jacob Peckham says trying a first-in-the-world experimental treatment is scary, but worth it.
I want to help people like me because before the surgery, and then after, it felt like, I don't know, I could experience the world better.
Jacob was born with
retina pigmentosa, CEP290, a genetic eye condition.
His mom and dad say he was a candidate for a new gene editing treatment.
Just knowing that that he could get better, even if it was slightly, I was happy.
They flew to Philadelphia for the procedure.
The study basically delivers this genetic treatment underneath the retina after a surgical procedure. It's an injection.
Basically put a needle in my eye.
And as the weeks went on, his vision improved.
We were just pleasantly surprised that there was a major improvement to this very new therapy, never before used in the eye.
Now I can see farther and clearer.
Through it, he's gotten the confidence to get outside more, to play baseball, and to even ride roller coasters.
Since surgery, a lot of independence came along with it.
The gene editing therapy is now going through the FDA approval process. Kelly Vaughn, CBS News, Warren, Michigan.
Now, Jacob's younger sister has that same eye condition. The family is hopeful with that procedure soon being approved. It could help her and others as well. We'll be right back. Final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's Memorial Day sale. $1 million in inventory must be sold. Two-piece sofa and love seat or sectional only $9.99. Recliners from $2.99. Lift recliners $9.99. No interest financing for 12 months. Only at A1 Furniture.
Memories matter.
I think the biggest thing I got out of my service in Vietnam was a real sense of patriotism. I'm very proud of what I did. I fought for you, and I'd fight for you again.
This Memorial Day, we remember, and we never forget those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service, and we know that your memories matter.
We've been everywhere. We've coated patios, pool decks, basements, hospitals, warehouses, walkways, man caves, churches, schools, airports, hotels, and garages. If it's concrete, TSR will coat it.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. So get your summer started off right with amazing Memorial Day savings throughout the store. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Rewards members get free same-day local delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more. And this Friday through Sunday, we're offering all veterans and active military an extra 10% off their entire purchase. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this Memorial Day for only $14.95 plus free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
in a Class 3 casino. You're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
It's A1 Furniture's Memorial Day sale on now. Incredible prices on spring air mattresses, queen size from $299. Get a free adjustable base with purchase of mattress $9.99 or more. Only at the A1 Furniture and Mattress Memorial Day sale.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, the travel alerts ahead of this Memorial Day weekend. What you need to know is half the country braces for more severe weather, plus the threat of an extraordinary hurricane season to come. That and more news tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Well, let's go back to Alex. One final check of the forecast.
Yes, nice night tonight, so that's good. Temperatures dipping down to mid-60s when you join us again for the 10 p.m. newscast. But alert day conditions, yes, again for Friday. All of southern Wisconsin could be looking at the potential for even a few tornadoes on your Friday afternoon across the area. These are the threats that we're after here. Moderate risk for wind with that first line of thunderstorms in the morning, and then we bring the tornado risk in the afternoon, provided that we heat up enough to get those severe thunderstorms to redevelop in the afternoon. After Friday's alert day conditions, the next chance of rain Sunday looking like a washout. Good news is Memorial Day, the rain will be a little bit more sparse, and we'll have some dry time on Monday, too.
All right, more updates in a half hour on News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.